You got dumped and you wisely went no contact after getting dumped, but you're dying inside. You desperately want your ex back and you don't know how to move forward, but you don't want to show that to your ex while you're in no contact, right? So how do you go about your daily life when you're just destroyed on the inside? I'm going to go over the 7 things that you can do right now to get past this, to kind of mask the pain that you're feeling from your ex so that you can maximize your chances of getting them back. So let's talk about it. Strategy number 1, the social media master plan. Here, you're going to post a little less frequently than you've been doing in the past, but you're going to focus on high quality posts. You're not going to be making subtle jabs at your ex. You're not going to be whining about the breakup or lamenting the loss of them. None of that. Your posts are going to be very positive, uplifting, talking about things that you're doing, that you're excited about. But again, a little bit less frequently than what you used to do. But nothing about the breakup or your ex, and nothing sad. Strategy number 2, the public presence. So when you're out in public, especially with family or friends, people that might be connected to your ex in some way, people at work, that kind of thing, you're going to look your best. Make sure you put a lot of attention into your appearance. You don't want to show up looking disheveled like you haven't washed your clothes in a week because you've just been so despondent. You want to look sharp. You want to act sharp. You want to smile and wave and be friendly with people and have genuine connections with people. And if somebody brings up your ex in conversation, you say, well, things just didn't work out, but I really wish them the best and I hope that they find what they're looking for. And then you change the subject. That's it. You don't need to dwell any further than that. Strategy number 3, the communication strategy. Now, let's assume that you are indeed in no contact and that they do reach out in some way, shape, or form. So you are going to assume that they want to see you when they reach out to you, and try and make a date in the evening at a specific time and place, ideally having them come over to your place. But when you're still exchanging text messages, you're going to keep it short. You're going to keep it brief. You're going to be polite. You're not going to be unfriendly, but you're not going to just text back and forth for hours. And you're not going to dive into in-depth conversations about the breakup and the pain, things of that nature. You're not going to do any of that. There is a time and place for some face-to-face conversation about the breakup and the issues in the relationship, but that is way down the line once you're much further along in the reconciliation process. So don't do any of that now. Strategy number 4, the social circle management strategy. You do need to have an outlet for what you're feeling. I don't want you to keep your feelings bottled up. A qualified therapist is the best choice for that. But there is a place for venting to family and friends, but you need to target specific people when you're talking about your feelings with regards to the breakup. You do not want to share your feelings with anybody connected to your ex in any way, shape, or form. Well-meaning mutual friends often will go back to the ex, telling them what you said, thinking that they are somehow helping your cause, but that's actually very likely to completely derail any possibility of reconciling. So do not share your feelings at all with anyone connected to your ex. In fact, the best strategy is to begin to cultivate new friend groups who have no connection to your past. But be wary, even with new people, of dumping too much all the time. Nobody likes a Debbie the Downer, and nobody wants to hear conversations all the time about a breakup, about you, about your ex, and just you whining and moping. That's going to drain everyone's energy, and eventually people will stop wanting to hang around with you. So be mindful of how much you're dumping on these friends, but most importantly, don't share anything about the breakup or your feelings with mutual friends. Strategy number 5, the productivity shield. I want you to channel these emotions that you're feeling into achievements, channel them into greatness, channel them into things that build you up. Take a class or a course you've always wanted to take, learn a new hobby or learn a new skill, get that certification at work that boosts your earning potential. Let success be your response. Strategy number 6, the emotional container. And this is especially true if you're the guy and you got dumped by a girl, but this is true no matter what. You need to contain your emotions. You need to be strong and solid and confident and not just emotionally unregulated or volatile. Especially if you're the guy, that's going to make you look unmasculine. And the number one things that attract women to guys are confidence and strength and the ability to just kind of persevere no matter how tough the situation is. So if it looks like you're on the verge of falling apart, that is not going to come across as sexy to anyone. So if you need to, set some specific times where you get your feelings out. And again, getting them out to a therapist, getting them out to specific family or friends who are not connected with your ex, or journaling. But if you don't want to do any of those things, there's some great group therapy options. Many of those are free and many of those are online, so you don't even have to go anywhere. You can do it right from your phone or your laptop. But there's lots of options for you to get your feelings out. Don't bottle them up, because when you do that, they're eventually going to blow up in your face down the road. Strategy number 7, the power move. Act as if your ex is just another person. I know you desperately want them back, and maybe they will come back. Exes do come back about 55% of the time, but that means 45% of the time they don't. And the only thing that you can control are your own actions, thoughts, and words. You cannot control them, but your actions, thoughts, and words will influence them for sure. But when you're with mutual family and friends and you're hearing updates about your ex, oh, did you hear they're seeing so-and-so? Did you hear they're engaged? Don't react to that kind of information, especially in a volatile, unstable way. Don't react like that. Say, oh, that's great for them. I'm glad they're moving on. I'm glad they're finding happiness. And then change the subject. Live as if your ex is really irrelevant to you and your life, even if that's not what you're feeling right now on the inside. Because if you do that long enough and often enough, you will actually begin to feel that way. It's the old concept of fake it till you make it. And while that phrase does get criticized sometimes, I actually really like it. Because if you think back to learning how to ride a bike, or learning a hobby or a skill, playing football, playing baseball, nobody was born being good at any of those things. They had to keep doing it over and over and over again. And it felt awkward at first. It felt uncomfortable. It felt unnatural. And they were faking it until they made it. Remember, I do offer one-on-one coaching, so if I can help you, that can be in the form of a phone call, a Zoom session, or you can simply email me your problem and I'll record a custom video just like this one and send it back to you within a couple of days. So if I can help, check the link down in the description or on this card right up here. But let me know your story. Where are you at on this journey? Have you gotten dumped and are you heartbroken and you just don't know what to do? Let me know down in the comments. But for now, I'll see you in the next video.